Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Monson Brewing Company, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. This is our morning get together. This is our morning get together live here on Facebook and also live on YouTube, where we search for headlines from our city, state, and country. We take a look at news that might be interesting to share, and we combine those with what you bring to the table, your questions, your ideas, your suggestions, and we put all this information to good use as a community of Puerto Vallarta enthusiasts. Some of us living here year round, some of you now facing other weather in other places during the summer months, and some of you considering retirement here, some of you planning your first visit. It's all good. Today is Monday, April 28th, and after quite a weekend, I'm ready to start the week and connect with everyone that is here. Today we have all kinds of important news, some interesting news, and as usual, please add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment if you have an important comment that you wish to share with everybody, and also a capital letter N as in new. If you are watching live for the first time, we'd love to have the opportunity to make you feel welcome while you are here. Let me start with important news. Didn't we just have one of these earthquake drills? I thought we just had one a few months ago, but the first national earthquake drill of this year takes place tomorrow. The purpose of the drill is to foster a culture of civil protection. It also contributes to strengthening the response of internal civil protection units and brigades responding to these types of incidents. What can you expect if this is new for you? Well, the government comes up with specific premises of usually very, very powerful earthquakes, and they sound the alarms. And locally, it's mostly about vehicles, buildings, public businesses, hotels, businesses in general, to measure the amount of time it takes for them to evacuate in an orderly fashion. This is expected to happen tomorrow at 11:30 in the morning. So if you hear the sirens, that is what's going on. There's nothing to be alarmed. It is just the standard national earthquake drill. And moving along, this is just a reminder. We are now in the middle of the vaccination week here in the state of Jalisco. And I wanted to remind you that vaccines are available in all the public health clinics in town. I don't see any indication in what I've read that might say that this is only for Mexican nationals. So if you are looking or missing vaccinations of one kind or another, you may want to consider visiting a local health clinic. And I forgot to change my title. Lovely. No, these are the workers from our trash collection company. It is vaccination week for them, I suppose, as well. But this is not about vaccinations. This is about the fact that, according to the article, garbage collectors working for Red Ambiental, which is the company that recently took over the trash collection service in town, are underpaid. And while there may be some new collection trucks out and about, some of the older ones leave a lot to be desired. That was a short honeymoon, if you ask me. And there's very little we can do here other than to hope that the company, Red Ambiental, will respond favorably to these claims. And yet another article confirming the imminent beginning of construction of a new pier in Mismaloya to be concluded before the year is over, and also the one on Uruguay Street in Cinco de Diciembre, which will begin construction also before the year is over. And sad news from elsewhere in Mexico. It is only April, and this year's drought and heat wave are already having an adverse effect on wildlife in the state of Tabasco, where howling monkeys are dying due to temperatures above 40 Celsius and no rain in sight. Unfortunately, last year, 350 monkeys were reported dead due to these conditions in the states of Tabasco, Chiapas, Veracruz, and Campeche. And here's another interesting phrase you may want to know. Uh, President Sheinbaum said, Mexico no es piñata de nadie. Mexico is no one's piñata. Or to make it more familiar to you, Mexico is not anyone's punching bag. This was said in response to aggressive rhetoric from U.S. governors against Mexico for failing to comply with a water treaty between the two countries. And President Sheinbaum asserted that Mexico is no one's piñata. She emphasized that several U.S. states will hold elections in 2026 and that their governors are using water as a campaign banner. She also emphasized that northern Mexico and the southern United States are experiencing a historic drought, which is preventing compliance with the treaty, rather. And I quote President Sheinbaum, and she said, I don't know if you know, but there will be elections for many state governments in the United States next year. They should focus on talking about their country, which has enough problems. They shouldn't use Mexico as a campaign site because Mexico teaches the United States a lot about many things, such as values, ethics, and development. She said this from Campeche, a southern state where she was visiting and inaugurating a project involving construction of 26,000 homes for low income residents. And that's not the only international news that I want to share today. Speaking of elections, today is a big day for our friends in Canada. And not being well versed in Canadian politics, but having enough Canadian friends that I want to feel part of the conversations if the elections come up. I truly appreciated this explainer article from Vox, helping outsiders like myself become more educated on what's at stake in Canada today. I thought some of you would appreciate this. And now let us turn over to our weather forecast just to see what is going on out there. Snarky Weather says it's partly smurfing cloudy. It is 26 degrees right now. Humidity is at 62%. Last night I had to turn my ceiling fan one notch higher as we progress into the warmer weather. Our forecast for today says it's going to be humid with partly cloudy skies throughout the day, a high of 28 and a low of 19. Then tomorrow, Tuesday, we can expect mostly clear skies in the morning with mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon, a high of 29 and a low of 20. Then on Wednesday, partly cloudy skies in the morning with clear skies in the afternoon, a high of 29 and a low of 19. Moving right along, let's see, what else do I have to show you? Not that. I wanted to mention, I didn't prepare a graphic, but Puerto Vallarta is once again receiving a lot of nominations for the magazine Condé Nast Traveler. This happens every year, and the magazine is having its 38th edition of their Reader's Choice Awards. Our city has been nominated, as usual, as a destination, but also some hotels have received a favorable nod. If you're interested in voting for these nominations, I'll be so happy to share the link in the show notes today. And I Also found this interesting article for those of you who are considering visiting our city for the first time. Sometimes we forget that there are people out there that have never been to Puerto Vallarta and might be wondering when is a good time to be here. Now, I could answer that question or try to give it my best given the fact that I've been living here as a full time resident for 23 years. But our friends from Mexico News Daily published a very helpful article that breaks down our city by month and also by particular interests. I found it fun to read. And again, some of you that are not familiar with our city may find it illuminating. And if you live here, then you may want to compare notes with the author and see if you agree or disagree, or if you had something else to contribute. I also want to let you know that it was a strange and unusual weekend here at Casa Chaos. I was so wrapped up in my kitty cat's well being that I pulled a total newbie and forgot to pay the renewal of the domain for my website. Wow. So when I publish my show notes today, some of you might get a little sign that says this website's domain has expired, but I'm hoping that everything will come back to normal within within the next few hours. And as you're doing that, you will also notice some visual changes on the website. I have been trying to find the time and the courage to bring my website, our website, to the to 2025 standards. I had not done a lot of work on the website for a long time. And if you're able to get in later on today, you'll find some cosmetic changes. And you can expect that a lot of things are missing, some things are not working yet. But this is my project for this week, and I'm hoping to um, get move forward with this as the week progresses. And yes, let's get on with the chit chat. I am a little distracted, I should say. I forgot to mention this. Or rather, I just don't know how to talk about it. Luna is at the vet getting her blood tests taken care of, but during the weekend, um, she took a turn for the worse. She is no longer herself. She's not eating and is now too weak to climb up on the couch or on my bed. And even when I bring her up to the bed, she doesn't want to be there. Cats, when they're low of energy, when they're not feeling well, they tend to want to be left alone in a separate place. And I have lived through the devastating symptoms of kidney failure before with another kitty cat. So I'm trying to keep my hopes up, but everything tells me that it's going to be time to say goodbye to her. In the meantime, I do want to acknowledge the wonderful care that she is receiving in the hands of Dr. Jose Luis Gomez Huerta of Veterinaria Gomez. This is a small veterinary practice not far from my home. Um, and we'll just have to wait and see what's next. Ay, ay, ay. 11 glorious years. Let's see what we have. Many good mornings, which I appreciate. Oh, congratulations, David. David has 100 days to go, but has the condo already booked. This is wonderful news. Here is a cue. Good morning from Emiliano Zapata. Jennifer Coolidge signed this weekend at Page in the Sun. I know that she was in town to be part of the inauguration of a new gay hotel. And I hope that went well. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Hello, Jean. Jean is watching live on YouTube for the first time. What a pleasure to have you here at Coffee and Headlines. Everybody say hello to Jean, watching from Toronto. Let's see. Another counter. 3 weeks until I arrive in Puerto Vallarta, home away from home. This is Samuel, Granddaddy Alfaro. What a great name. I love it. Um, let's see. Good morning from Peter Caesar, also watching on YouTube. You look well rested. I have had a lot of sleep, thank goodness, and I'm feeling good. Agus, if you ever want to try the best peanut butter, not peanut butter, the best cashew butter in town, Agus 80 Leda has you covered. She makes this amazing all natural cashew butter, and I am out. So it's good to see you. We need to connect. uh, yes, the monkeys thing, and they just fall. They just fall from the trees out of exhaustion. It is devastating. Um, and authorities get involved, and it's a controversial issue. But I'll keep you posted on that one. Here's a newbie, another newbie, Mary Romaine. Hello, Mary, watching live from Toronto for the first time. I've been watching on YouTube for quite a while, but live is new to me. Thanks for what you do as a frequent visitor. Well, again, it's my pleasure to see you, Mary. We recently started being able to broadcast live to two places at the same time. That has everything to do with the internet bandwidth that I have here at home. And as you may have noticed, we got upgraded to fiber optic just a few weeks ago. So we're happy to be able to do this. Let's see what else. Oh, wow. All these Canadians, yay, sending ballots and all that stuff. Good for you. Again, I was very grateful for that article so that I can understand what is going on in your state. In your country. I'm sorry. I will be back to normal in a couple of days. Yeah, it is. Thank you for that, Marie. It is weird that she's not here, and she's always here. In fact, she's never had to stay with a vet before. Come to think of it, since I've had her, this is the first time that I've been in the house without her. And sadly enough, I feel more at peace without her here than hearing her meow from the place where she rests and not being able to do anything about it. That has to be the most devastating thing a parent can ever experience. But it's been 11 great years, and that nobody can take away from me. It is just, she is a wonderful, wonderful companion. Agus takes her Ixchel there. He loves animals. He is a wonderful man. He is a wonderful man. Thank you for your good thoughts, everyone. I'm seeing all your good thoughts one after the other. We'll be fine. It'll be okay. Where do you buy the cashew butter? That is a great question, considering that Agus sells at the Marina Vallarta market, but I don't know if that market is still meeting this time of year. So Agus, if you're still around and you want to talk about where people can connect with you for your wonderful cashew butter, please let us know. Oh dear. I promised myself I wouldn't do this. But if I break down with you, it means that you make me feel comfortable doing that. And that is one of the blessings of spending time with you. Every morning, you are close friends in a way, and I appreciate that very much. I'm going to see how the day unfolds. I'm going to wait for results from the veterinarian. But in the meantime, as always, I thank you for your company, for your support, and for letting me know when you hear recommendations from Coffee and Headlines that work for you. You give my life so much meaning every time you do. Have a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.